Hi everyone, Mark here. I got to put a little demo together today, just to show someone some of the things FME can do in terms of reporting and dashboards and that sort of thing. So I thought, hey, I'm just going to put something together, and I might as well record it at the same time because you might find it interesting. So what I think I'm going to do is, because I want to try and use regular formats that sort of a non-spatial person might use. So I was thinking of KML, and I know there was one in the old training data set. So I'm going to look for that because I know, excuse me, I know there is a boundaries. Vancouver neighborhoods. And you'll notice I'm using FME 2021, by the way. Just out of interest, you may notice, you may not. So there'll be a few differences if you just used 2020 before, and we can sort of have a look at that. So that's my neighborhoods, and I want to show just FME doing things in a minimal with minimal effort. And I want to add another reader. I want to add something to merge it to. And what I'm going to do is I'm hopefully going to create a HTML report, which should be interesting, and also throw in a Tableau writer, although I don't have access to a Tableau account, so I can't look at it afterwards. But somewhere in here, and it might be in that culture folder, I want to find some data that refers to neighborhood, and I think this public art will do it. I'm hoping it does. Oh, okay, well that's good. The sheet is per neighborhood, so I can use that. But I don't really want the latitude and longitude. I don't want the actual spatial part here. I just want to read the Excel file, so I'm going to turn those off. So, I should have added that as a single merged feature type. I think would have been better. Let me just check. Oh, yeah, better turn those off again. Name, title, all the sheets. Yep. Single merged feature type. And that'll give me the FME feature type attribute. So that's good. So what I want to do now is merge them. So feature merger, I'm still using that for all that everyone thought the feature joiner would be the way forward. I still use the feature merger. Just to me, it makes more sense. Requester is neighborhood name, and the supplier should be the same, I think. Oh, it'd be FME feature type because that's what the neighborhood name's stored in. There are duplicate suppliers because there's multiple artworks per neighborhood. And I'm going to put artwork count as the number of suppliers because I basically want to calculate how many artworks there are, and then I can do some sort of fancy mapping with that. I could generate a list of artworks, but I don't think that'll work too well in a report. At least that's probably going a bit further than I really want to demonstrate in this. So I'm just going to run that and make sure that does actually do something. So I should find artwork count. Yeah, great. Oh, I can turn lat and long off in the source data as well, although it didn't. I turned it off originally, but it still seems to have used it, which is not what I was really looking for. But anyway, we've got a artwork count, so that's great. Okay, so let's see. I got a report. Oh, well, I can also make up some numbers as well because we've got a population. So I could say population divided by the number of artworks to find out how much artwork per person there is, which I could use the expression evaluator to do that. what are we going to call it? Artwork, persons per artwork. Because I'm going to divide the population by the number of artworks rather than the other way around. We use the 2011 divided by artwork count. Okay, so I've got some data. I'm going to put it into a HTML report. I'm going to put it in a writer. We'll just put it in the culture folder, art, report, HTML. There's no parameters for that just because it's a basic fixed schema transformer format, sorry. We want a HTML report generator that creates the report, and it creates the HTML which gets plugged into the writer. So, okay, let's do a bar chart. X-axis label, that'd be neighborhoods. Because I just want a label, I don't want the name. The name comes under the tick box part. So neighborhood name. The y-axis is persons per artwork. Again, just a label. And the data attribute will be artwork count. Well, persons per art. Let's just do artwork count. I guess blue's fine. It'd be nice if you could do a different color for every value. We could do a pie chart. Label attribute. Neighborhood name. And the data attribute person per artwork. See, that lets you pick different colors. It's a pity the bar chart doesn't let you do that. Go with pastel. Let's throw a map in there. I don't think I can do the Google because I need an API key, which I probably got somewhere, but yeah, the Esri one's good. Label attribute, neighborhood name. Be nice if that gave us a text box. But it's not, so I guess we'll have to make do with that. And then I guess we just throw some headers in there, like dashboard of Vancouver Artworks. We'll just do level 2, just to make it not too crazy big. I think the identifier is a new thing where you can put a link in that points to that identifier, but I don't need to use that right now. So there's that. Let's copy that and let's put in bar chart of artwork totals. Page 3. Again, this is very simple stuff I'm doing here just because I want it to be a simple demonstration and actually to show how long it took as well, which shouldn't. How long have we been recording? 8 minutes. Okay, well that's not bad. Pie chart of, let's see, persons per artwork, which is that. Yeah, I won't bother with the header for the map. I guess I could have put the title in there. See, the thing about the HTML report generator, if I wanted to create, say, a list of the artworks, there's a list option, but it only lets me pick like one thing. It won't give me a list. It's one item per feature in a single list. So I'd have to create the list in the feature manager, then explode it and send it into here. But again, that's adding a layer of complexity I don't really want. Let's run that and open that up. I'm going to open it with Microsoft Edge. I don't think so. Google Chrome. Whee, there we go. So 114 artworks in downtown. I like the colors. That work. Ooh, yeah, we should probably round that off. Huh, that's interesting. Downtown has got so many artworks, but so few persons per artwork because so few people live there, I guess. And the West End, yeah, see, they've got a lot of people, and I guess not as many artworks. So, so the yeah, I guess you want that to be as small as possible. And there's a map. Downtown, West End. Yeah, so fairly straightforward stuff. I guess I'd like. Oh, yeah, the titles are in there. I guess one thing I'd like is to arrange that a little better, which I think we can do with a HTML report. No, HTML layouter. That's the one. Oh, we've got gauge generators and all sorts in there, but I don't think that will work with. Oh, maybe it would work with this, with the HTML writer, but I don't really care. I want a grid. That's interesting. I don't know if that's meant to be a number that you give to. Okay, so that's if you generate multiple reports. Like if I had another report generator generating another report, I could give each of them an ID and put it in there. But that's a grid. Let's just say vertical then, I guess. I sort of want one beside the other, but I think I'd have to generate them as separate reports if I wanted to do that. Yeah, that's a bit of a. See, if I say grid, I don't think it'll. I can't say 2 by 2 grid. It means what's the report number. Huh. Well, no, it did do a difference. It did. I mean, I basically want to fit it on one page, so I mean that's worked out quite nicely. I just wish that was on that side, but anyway. Oh yeah, I forgot that, didn't I? Where do we calculate that? Let's just throw an int statement in there. That's int. Today I'm looking for warnings in the log file because yesterday I didn't, and it took me about 10 minutes to debug a problem I should have seen, but no problems today. And there we go. And that shouldn't need the same because it's an integer anyway. So perfect. Be nice if we can get those numbers on the map label, but I don't think that can happen because it's not. Yeah, there's no text box. That's very weird. I guess I could make one up, but let's not worry about that. Again, I'm trying to make this simple, and I just wanted to show as well that we can write to Tableau. So I don't even know what Tableau Hyper is. I'm just going to go with TDE. Write it to the same folder. Again, it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to do anything with this because I don't have a Tableau account. Though what I do want to do is clean up the attributes a bit because they'll show. Oh, hang on. I don't want that, do I? I want it to come from there because I don't want to write the report to there. I want to write the data to there. So the one thing I can do, and this is a neat trick, is I know there's some more attributes in the middle being created. So I'm going to change that to automatic and then back to manual. And it adds in the bits. And so I don't need name and title, I don't think, because that would just be for one artwork rather than a list. ID, neighborhood name, URL. We don't really need that, but whatever. Order 2001 population. Again, I'm not. Oh, FME feature type I don't really need either. So we'll get rid of that. And yeah, so I could run that, and that should give me a Tableau file as well, which again I can't do much because I don't have a Tableau. There we go, neighborhoods.tte. There's my art report, and there it is. So that is basically done what I need to do, and I'm just going to take a screenshot of this because they're not an FME user, and I just want to send it to them and say, well, this is what FME looks like, how it works, how it maps spatial to Excel, which I should probably put a label on. Public art Excel. And that one there, I'm going to neighborhoods. Yeah, just recording a video. So let's see. Like so. And I'm just going to line those up because I'm like that. And that's just with these tools I put on. I customize the toolbar because I like those functions. In fact, the other ones I like are, where do they come from? Oh, I quite like the spread options as well, but they're not there. They're the align options, I think. So maybe I can't put the spread options on there. Oh no, they're there. They should be able to do that. Can I just drag? It'd be nice if I could drag in. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Anyway, I use those options quite a bit. Well, that must be them there then. So let me add those in. Okay, I'm just going to put them there for now. See, I used when I did more videos, I would and training as well. I would deliberately not customize my toolbar because I didn't want people to see stuff that wasn't there by default. But now I don't do that quite as often. So yeah, I can just say spread those out. If you haven't seen those, it's quite interesting. I'm just going to duplicate a few of those and say, well, okay, let's pick those transformers, line them up down the middle, and spread them out vertically across that distance, and like that. So I could do stuff like that, or horizontal, although they're already horizontal. I guess that would work like that. Anyway, that's a nice way of sort of getting it into a grid, I guess, like so, and whatever. So I use those tools all the time, but then again, I'm really quite I don't know what you call it, obsessive about having things line up. So there we go. Anyway, I hope that's interesting. That just showed how to create a HTML report generator. The other thing perhaps I can show you, since we're in 2021, is user parameters, because we don't have the same thing for managing them now. We have this different item here, which lets you manage everything all in the same window. So for example, I can say, let's add a text field that says enter your name. Where do I do that? There we go. Enter your name. I could add that in pretty easily. And things like that. And I can put a box around them as well. So I can say put a group box around. Let's see, I guess, do I do this and drag it inside? Yeah, so I can put a group box around there and say, well, these are the parameter group. These are the reader, writer parameters. And I think I can even put a label in. I haven't played with this much, but I'm sure there's a way to put a label in here. Maybe not. I'm sure they use... Oh, message. I think that's it. So yeah, I can just put this is your parameter box, and I think I can drag it into here just to be a label with that. And then I can hit the preview, and so we've got the parameters box like that. And if I don't want something, I can just bin it. How do I do that? Do I just hit delete? Yeah, delete, delete, delete. The group box can be collapsible, so it's like that, or it can be checked, so you can turn it on and it expands and shows them, or I can turn it off like that. The one thing we don't have yet is conditionals, so I can't say have an option here that says are you going to read data, yes or no. And I can't, if you say no, I can't turn off the parameters for the readers and writers. But that's coming in 2021. So what I think what I should be able to do is set this up and say this is whatever, then this one is conditional upon that one being set to yes rather than no. So that's something that's coming along in 2021.1, but in .0 we don't have that yet. So anyway, I just thought I'd give you a quick run through of the new user parameters since I've got it there. Yeah, again, hope that was interesting, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you another time.